Well guys, I've made it back into the blueberries here. Going through and checking some of these colonies that we put the thymol treatments on, see how they're doing. So this one, they've got a new queen. They made a new queen. I see a good laying pattern. They're still chalk brood from the last one, but we'll let her go and see how she does. A number of the other ones, some of them are trying to recover, and so I've been letting those go. Probably we'll get nukes in their place and take those home in smaller nukes, and see if they'll pull out of it a little better, but get some other genetics. And then quite a few of them I've just pinched. I can't take it. The chalk brood not growing. They've been here a month, came in 5 frames, and they're not getting any bigger. So it's just time to make a change. I've got the queens, so I've pinched a bunch. There were a handful I found that had gone queenless too, and I think a lot of these, and I've found a number of them that I believe is the case. They try to supersede, and the queen won't let them do it. So she just keeps killing them. The new ones they make as soon as they start piping, and then they'll just dwindle. So I actually did find one that had a superseder cell they were trying to make. So I just tore it down, and oops, I better put her back in there. I just tore it down and gave them a new queen. But it was obvious they were trying to make one, and I think they do it and do it and do it, but some of these queens won't let them supersede them. So I'm just not gonna put up with sick colonies and weak colonies anymore. It's too hard on me. So we'll turn around, pop this one open, make sure you can see something. See what we got. I'm checking them for feed. Some of them are getting some pollen, patties. Blueberries are kind of hard on bees, so I want to make sure their nutrition's up. Some of them are really strong and don't need anything. When I get done here going through them, I will run through and put a little bit of syrup in a number of them. So here's another one. It's not bad. There's bees downstairs too, but they've been struggling along, but they're on the route to recovery. Looks like they're getting enough bees to get ahead, but it just, once they get that pattern going, they can't get out of it. I'm still seeing a little bit of chalk brood. Queens are laying eggs back pretty well, but this is probably one of those that's going to get replaced as far as the commercial yard, and go home and see if she'll recover or be able to make some brood as we get into the summer. I may very well next year, if I'm bringing bees into blueberries, just tell them my bees have to be put somewhere they don't get irrigated, along the outside edge of the field instead of right down through the middle, because this is not helping at all, I don't believe. So let me grab a patty. Some of the stronger ones, I'm checking for swarm cells. Did find a few trying to start some swarm cells, so I need to get more boxes on them. For the most part, these ones here in blueberries aren't that strong, but a few of them are. A couple of them I've actually added a box or two to today. Give them a little more space. I probably should pull some stuff out and put it in the weaker ones, but the weaker ones need new queens. They need to change. I can't just keep feeding them bees. So that's where we're going. That's the change this year from last year. Not going to put up with this weak, sickly crap. We gave it a shot with the thymol, see if that would help some, and I believe it did some. But this, you know, constantly wet environment, and bees that are susceptible to that, it's just not working. I've got other colonies that are strong and don't show the signs of this stuff, so it's just time to get rid of it. So anyhow, I got one more pallet to go through, and then I'll hook up the feeder and start feeding syrup and get the heck out of here.